What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another new vlog. This vlog is mainly going to be traveling over to Sacramento, doing the Mark Bell podcast. It is Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Geez, this week flew by. And I wanted to make sure this vlog wasn't all just traveling. So I actually just got a supplement order in. My C60 came in. For those of you who don't know C60, so carbon 60, look way back whenever it was first discovered. It was originally an industrial lubricant. So it's a carbon allotope, which means basically looks like a soccer ball. And imagine a kilo of this stuff has trillions of these little things. So you think about the changes in charge, the changes with quantum biology, the changes with so many different things. What it does is it actually pulls off the oxidative load off of mitochondria. And then even cooler than that, even pretty much drives detox in every system in the body. So it allows our body to not only heal and recover, but then to actually excrete and get rid of everything. Does other things as well, but it's a really cool, awesome compound out there that I feel like not many people talk about or know about. And I finally just got my new order in from a new place that I'm trying, Wizard Sciences. So shout out to them. I know their product quality is very high. I've gone through testing multiple different ones, and I try not to post about supplements until I know where the quality is best at, because if you guys are watching me, then you'll probably buy the things that I'm talking about. And we all work way too hard for our money, so I'd never want to promote a bad product. So got this new order in. Again, I trialed them out a while ago, tried some different ones, and out of all of them, this one not only gave me the best effects with myself and my clients, but even furthermore than that, I went behind the scenes to look at like the quality testing and things like that. And Wizard Science is really knocked out of the park. So I'll show you what it looks like. So it shows up like this. I love the packaging, by the way. Here we go. And boom. There, Elixir RX. Now, again, because of how this works as a carbon allotope and because of how well it manages oxidative stress and load, this is not something that I prefer to take every day. This is something I will only take on the weekends because those are my rest days. So it'd be something like glutathione supplementation, maybe something like different thymic peptides, and then we would also have a product like this because we're trying to pull off oxidative stress and load and recover, but allow ourselves to still create an overall stress adaptation response so that we can keep progressing with health, with body composition, with everything. We never want to boatload antioxidants or any recovery modality, or else you pretty much shoot yourself in the foot and you stop making progress. So for me, I will probably put this in maybe 2 to 4 teaspoons. Yeah, because 6 was too much for me, and 2 was not enough to get the recovery I needed in 2 days. So I think I'll do this first thing upon waking with my glutathione supplementation, all that cool stuff on my rest days. So Saturday and Sunday, that should be really perfect. And then if there's ever a reason I'm traveling or any reason I need more recovery, that's also another cool thing just to have on hand for those kind of purposes. I'm gonna go outside, get some grounding work done because Lindsay's gonna be home with the kids soon from school.
Yeah, move too quickly, all that ammo, still can't hit me, let's go Lambo, I be moving, armor dripping, off the handle, let's go Lambo, move too quickly, all that ammo, still can't hit me, let's go Lambo, armor dripping, off the handle, y'all can't get me, let's go Lambo. Y'all shit too real, they just think that I got lucky. Like all the things I've accumulated just happened for me. But I've been on the grind since days when I was broke and hungry. I run in that convenience store, like just keep that engine running. Ooh, y'all can hate, but I don't blame you. I ain't changed up. Why you care about getting love from all the greats, bitch? I became one, not the same right what I feel. Mandalorian hunt to kill. Got that drive, don't take the wheel. I do more on my own than 100 will. Yeah, gas me up and they duplicate it, that's carbon copy. Cameras out when I step on the stage, it's paparazzi. They wanted more, I guess I'm a door cause they keep on knocking. Do what I want cause I got fans, and if I fall they got me. Yeah, I've been thinking in my head, might be kinda fucked up, maybe I don't think right. I've been doing this too long, maybe gotta stand and go and try to take a little me time. Feeling like no one ever get me cause I don't ever fit into the box, I'm falling into design. I don't really know what is left to prove, and I'ma give a little more, then I throw up the peace sign, bitch. Move too quickly, all that ammo, still can't hit me. Let's go Lambo, I be moving, armor dripping off the handle. Let's go Lambo, move too quickly, all that ammo, still can't hit me. Best car Lambo, armor dripping off the handle. Y'all can't get me. Best car Lambo. Yeah, I know that everyone look at me differently, anything new. Back in my element, keep it developing. Every ingredient put in the stew. All of the critics and rappers keep talking, but don't have a clue about the life that I've had. To do what I do and it's making them mad. Like fuck all the politics, give me the bag. Ay, I think I do what you wish you couldn't, so you hate me. Ay, if you knew where I really came from, it's so amazing. Ay, used to think that I'd die young from all the drugs I take, and now I take a beat and give birth to a hit that's procreating. Ay, I know that you wanted to, but you can never win like this even if you are W's. I made it from the bottom when everybody was saying that no one would ever listen to anything I was going through. I know it's too soon to say that I'm safe, still got a ways to go, but I wait. Needing everything that goes on my plate, and I'm only gonna drive on roads that I pave. Hard hopping, y'all can put that on the arm tags. Like this the detour, we ain't never on track. I just keep staying in my own lane. Got that armor on the whip, throw your shots, watch them bounce back. Move too quickly, all that ammo.
Our mailmen probably hate us because we have packages coming every single day. So did you guys the C60 yesterday? Just got an order from Raw Nutrition. So my interests are highly brain cyclic dextrin. So 2 of those, 2 scoops per workout. Shaker. Set to go over there. And I've actually never tried the Sebum milk and cookies. Isolate. So I'm excited about that. It's funny, but I think anyone in the whole supplement fitness world gets really excited to try out new supplements and new flavors of supplements. Oh, I forgot. I got 3. Score! All right. Getting packed up, ready to go see Mark Bell. Breakfast. 3 steaks. So we have landed. We are in the hotel room. Really nice hotel room. I really like it. It's different, more modern, I guess. So first of all, I'm not a fan of flying Southwest. I was in the middle. It was very hot and we had very little room. But I got all my emails done. I was super pumped up about that. Got a little nap and came back, changed, showered because I smelled like airplane. And now I think Mark and me are going to go. We're going to train. I think get some dinner. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing the podcast. So really excited about it. First time being out here in Sacramento. It's very different than Pennsylvania. All right, guys. So did not record at all yesterday. I feel like it'd be rude because I went over to Mark's house. I got to train with him in his gym right next to his house. I got to see his wife. I got to talk to his kids. Like, it was a really cool, good time. And it's interesting, like with recording for this new YouTube channel, I never know where the line is because I know that everyone is used to being filmed and being on camera and stuff like that. But like those moments yesterday, it's kind of like, it's just not the time. Like that's the personal time. And I didn't want to basically sully that by pulling out a camera and like recording and stuff like that. So I do apologize for not getting any footage from there. But today we're going to be meeting up in the morning. We're going to be training. We're going to be doing a podcast. And then they're going to have tons of footage. So I'm sure I'll screen record that, put that in this vlog, or I'll overlay something. But Mark's awesome. Mark Bell is exactly the same person I've seen online. Never heard a bad thing about him. Really nice guy. And his wife, Andy, is absolutely phenomenal. Daughter, Quinn, and Jake, his son. And then Daisy, their little puppy. Like, they have just such a cool little setup. They have such a great family unit. And it's cool. We're going to be doing some cool stuff together. I'll be helping a couple of them out. And it's interesting how, like, me and Mark have only been texting for like a month, maybe 6 weeks. But it's like I already have that connection with him and his wife and his kids, and it's just really cool. And I feel like that happens with everyone I work with, everyone I talk to. And I think it's just because the whole law of attraction, wherever everyone who's positive and good literally does attract each other. And then whenever you do meet up and you talk, or if it's even just online, it just feels like you're talking to yourself or your best friend. Like, it's really cool. It's really awesome. So I had a blast yesterday. I'm super pumped for today. I will try and record more today, but since they are going to be recording, I think I'll just screen record that and put it on over here, like some of it, not the whole thing, because I don't want to take all their content. Yeah, I've been up all night, decided to just stay up all night and do some work. I'm caught up emails until yesterday at 9:30 a.m., so I should be able to bust these out in time and have everything done before I even do the podcast. It's funny, I specifically did not want to sleep last night because I want to test myself. Meaning, you only know how good you are whenever you're tested. And my goal is to always be 110% no matter what. And again, you don't really know until you put yourself in those situations, because it's different if you were to just stay up all night and then have a normal day of work. It's extremely different to stay up all night and then do a podcast and then train and do all this stuff where you're out interacting with people. That emotional toll and change is different. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I did stay up last night. You know, I always have work to do, but I just want to see how many neurological changes I've actually made plastic. Like, how much can my brain actually take? And it's going to be super interesting. So we'll see how the podcast goes. I know it's going to be good just based on how I feel now, but it's super interesting, and it's cool. We're lucky that we have the ability to push ourselves. We really do. But just like last time, got my World of Warcraft music on in the background. Again, it just chills me out, vibes me out, doing some emails, and then breakfast is going to be served. What is that? 2.5 hours? Something like that? Yeah, 2.5 hours. So I'll probably see what they got there. Mark gave me some pretty cool protein bars that I've never tried before. But I'll show you guys those later on. Lindsay's calling. Gonna go talk to the kids. Made 2 egg sandwiches and got 2 yogurts. The breakfast food here, the selection is awesome.
Yeah, what are some things, people that, want to perform better? These guys both do jujitsu, so like maybe grappling sports, MMA.
Yeah.
Let's maybe start there, and then we can kind of get into like maybe bodybuilding, powerlifting. But what are some kind of over-the-counter things? I know we have access to things like carnitine, and maybe let's start even on the side of like things that don't even need to be injected.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah. So the big one, like Cissus quadrangularis, that is one. You just say Cissus because it's ridiculous to spell. Literally, it's Quadrangularis. I think Cissus quadrangularis. Sounds like you made it up.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Right? Yeah. Wow. Grow some hair on you or something. But yeah, so what it does is it actually drives articular cartilage mRNA synthesis. So all your soft tissue, you're talking about being in the striking, kind of grappling based sports. By the way, I call them all striking sports, boxing, MMA, grappling, just because it's easier. But in that world, soft tissue is getting damaged.
Yeah.
Your ankle, it's getting damaged. So Cissus quadrangularis dose that you could dose at 1 gram, 2 grams, 3 grams. It also works as a faux proton pump inhibitor. So kind of like the big PPI is prescribed by Big Pharma, but it works pretty dang well. So if you do have acid reflux problems, you could also use it for that. So again, everything has multiple different uses. You're just trying to figure out, what do I need from it?
Wow.
What about go ahead.
No, so in general, something like that will, obviously people have different areas that are damaged, but over time of taking it, it could help repair cartilage.
Yep.
So I'm also curious about this. For example, it helps repair cartilage. So what if because people, like, for example, deep knee flexion, right? A lot of people have cartilage that's fucked up in the knee and that kind of pattern hurts. Would working out that area through a pain-free range and using that, would that help stimulate because you're using more and you have an aid?
And you do that with red light therapy pointed on the area. So there's more mitochondrial action, more hemodynamics, more reason to say, hey, push this to this area.
Wow.
So most definitely. And then you could also wrap it. You can also put Penetrix cream on that area too.
What cream?
Penetrix, Penetrex.
Okay.
Sorry, we're saying it fast and
Picograms. What about, because you just mentioned it, elevating your hemoglobin and having that really thick blood and stuff. Mine has always been thick. Before I've taken anything, it just has always been very, very thick. I think it's due to snoring. What are ways you can recommend of like thinning that out and making it a little bit easier on my heart for pumping this thick ass blood?
A couple ways. So first of all, what were your numbers? Like, do you know what your numbers have been at? And have they stayed there chronically?
I can pull them up, but yes, they've been there forever. And since getting on TRT, they've only gotten worse.
Okay. So like hematocrit wise, are we talking like 50%, 55, 60?
Yes, in the 50s.
55?
Yeah.
Okay. So technically in the research world, you will most likely not be able to get a doctor to phlebotomize you because, again, and that's a whole different therapy we don't need to go down. But if you're like in that 55, 56% range, there's no correlation to like cardiac events or risks or anything like that. The problem is you get dehydrated doing all the sports you're doing, and that ratio of fluid changes. And then all of a sudden that goes up to 57, 58, like those numbers start changing because you're dehydrated. So if you're in endurance-based sports though, like grappling's basically in the endurance strength-based world, you kind of want that thicker blood. So as long as your numbers have stayed the same this entire time, you're good.
Okay.
But if you start seeing that upward trend, that's whenever you start having problems. Because again, it's slowly getting worse and worse. But if it's always been 55%, hemoglobin's always been like 19, whatever your numbers are, it's been like that for years. That's just endogenously where you sit.
Okay.
But then if you are kind of worried, like some of the chelators out there, like IP6, so it's an inositol-based product that actually has a lot of good work at reversing colon cancer too. But that can slowly start to lower your blood count and make things a little bit easier to pump around. There's also the traditional baby aspirin. And the cool thing about baby aspirin, 81 milligrams before bed, I take it every day for longevity purposes because it actually allows fatty acids to get into neurological tissue easier.
Yeah, my hematocrit's at 55.
Oh, okay. And what's everything else for RBCs?
RBC. Where did you go? I just saw you. 5.81.
Oh, okay. So you're barely in that elevated range.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, it's been there forever. I can look back at an older one just to see, but it's always had that big scary red flag, like, hey, you gotta, and I have donated blood and I've done these things, but again, I'm like, I'm doing it to lower this thing that may or may not actually be high. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's good, what's bad. I just know that there's this big old flag right here, and I'm like, let me see if I can fix this. And then I start to get like varicose veins, and I'm like, oh my God, it's because of the thick blood. This is not good. Yeah. But then you hear about like, this is a way different thing, but like blood doping and stuff. And I'm like, well, maybe this isn't the worst thing ever. But I'm asking because I do want to, kind of address this thing.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, so reference ranges only matter for you. So we try to treat symptoms or side effects over reference ranges. Because if you're doing that, if you've never had any problem and your numbers have never changed off that baseline, then like, okay, this is where I just naturally sit. You could go the blood donation route, maybe not so much to pull down those numbers, but because what happens is in the blood, in the albumin specifically, you start to accumulate all those inflammatory proteins. So the therapy is called plasmapheresis. Will pull that albumin out and they'll replace it with basically new, fresh albumin. It's clearing out all those inflammatory proteins. So if you can imagine, like you're always taking your trash out, but you're always leaving it in the garbage can. you're never actually having the garbage man come pick it up. That's basically what we're doing here. It's letting it accumulate. So you go and basically recycle it. And if you can't get plasmapheresis because it's not done everywhere, then you just do your blood donation every 52, 56 days, 60 days, whatever you fall into pattern-wise, and you're good.
So, as you guys saw, we had a fantastic podcast, had a fantastic training session. Obviously, I won't post everything up here, but go check it out on their channel. Just a great group of guys. Got everyone's number. I'll be helping out, probably the majority of them with different little things. And I like that. I really do. They're just such a great group of people. And I met so many people that you guys didn't even get to see on camera. And it's just really cool that everyone was so positive and happy. And it was just all good. It really was. So I am starving though. So I actually have Chipotle being delivered. I was actually going to go and sightsee and look around. And Mark told me about this cool poke bowl place. But honestly, I'm going to eat some Chipotle. I've been up for over 48 hours. Eat some Chipotle. I'm going to watch some TV, chill, shower, probably work a little bit more, and then actually sleep. So, yeah, on these times whenever I travel and away from my family, I just want to work. Every second I'm gone from them, I want to be working and being productive. And it's cool that if I am not out there doing something with someone in person, I can still be doing my emails, still checking people on WhatsApp, making sure everyone's progressing in the right direction. Because it's tough being away from them. But I'm really glad I pushed myself to do this and get myself out of my shell. Because, again, everyone today was just so cool. And where I live in PA, there's not a big fitness community at all. So I don't really have those kinds of people that you hang out with. All of my friends are my clients, and they're all online pretty much. So being able to actually meet up with people that have similar mindsets, mentalities, goals, it's really different for me. It's not something I'm used to, and I like it. It's really just a great environment. So had an absolute freaking blast. My stomach's growling. I think Chipotle is going to be delivered here soon. I ended up getting 2 burritos, double wrapped, white rice, double chicken. I tried to do double rice, but I don't think you can actually add that on the app. First time I'm actually using my DoorDash. I think I mastered Uber, which is actually super simple to utilize. But it's funny, up until these past 2 trips, I just never had a need for them. Lindsay would always do them. So this experience of traveling has caused me to grow as a person so much. And today, I wanted to test myself with that podcast. And, you don't know until you test yourself. So I specifically stayed up all night. I specifically worked and did so much extra stuff to see how far I could push my neurology. Because in this scenario, you respond differently under pressure. And people notice that in competition. So same thing with podcast or this big kind of stuff. I want to always be operating at my best. And I did that today. And I feel good. And I'm not even tired right now. I'm starving, but I'm not tired. So it's really cool. I'm really happy that I was able to push that hard in terms of responding and performing so well while being technically sleep deprived. Because again, you guys are seeing this back-to-back vlogs where I'm staying up. I don't stay up for 2 or 3 days all the time. I literally only do that a couple times per year, but it's a good skill that I feel like you kind of should have. I feel like everyone should be able to have that, But we're going to go out and let's get our Chipotle. They should be dropping off at the front door. So we'll see. It'd be good if I actually had my wallet, right? Because if I didn't have my wallet, I wouldn't have my room key. And bam, we're good to go. All right. Starving. I hope I got my lemonade for this. No, where's my lemonades? I ordered some lemonades. Oh, there they are. Just one. So 2 burritos. Got this lemonade. I actually never had this lemonade from there. So that'd be cool. I usually get lemonade, but I get usually the other stuff. And 2 burritos. So we're gonna, oh, these are good sized burritos. So we're gonna find something on TV, gonna vibe out a little bit. We are flying home now. So I didn't realize, but TSA in California, the line only opens up at 4 a.m. I'm not sure if it's like that everywhere, since I'm still getting used to flying and traveling. But yeah, I got here at like 2 a.m. So I set up camp, got a ton of work done, and now going to my terminal. Gonna get some water. I only had ketones so far today, so I'll see if I can pick up something else cool to eat. It was cool though. Mark Bell did give me a whole bag of protein bars and stuff like that. So I'll probably munch on those. And actually, these are the terminals and I don't see any water. So I'm gonna go find some water.